One, two, three, let's go.
Almost done. Well, close to being done. So our water softener over there, got that framed out. Have a shelf going up top all the way across, and then drops down right there. This is going to be my workbench. I have really enjoyed doing this. I've learned a lot. Not quite finished yet, but I am looking forward to doing more stuff around the house, and so is Kiara. You wanna go? Go crazy, go crazy! Yeah.
Good job, Rosie!
Behold, I will testify unto you of myself that these things are true. Behold, I say unto you, that I do know that Christ shall come among the children of men.
Hey guys, today's topic is, I'm going to say taboo. At least it has been for me growing up. I just want to talk about pornography specifically today. I grew up in a very religious family and community. And the community was mainly made up of members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. That's a religion I'm still a part of. Like sex and pornography and that stuff really wasn't talked about much. As far as pornography went, it was, don't look at it, it's not good, it's a sin. The sex part was, you can't have sex till you're married. But that's about as much substance as I was given on those topics. And with what was going on in my family growing up and the things that I was going through, I had a lot of trauma and I had a lot of loneliness and just confusion and a lot of like self-doubt, self-hatred. Like I didn't believe in myself. I didn't think I was good for anything. Pornography was a tool for me to feel good. Like it wasn't out of curiosity really. Or maybe it was, I don't really remember, but what it turned into was a way for me to cope. And I'd go through something difficult or was having a bad day or anything like that. When I felt particularly crappy about myself, I would look at pornography as a way to cope and get through that and process, because I didn't know any other way. I just want to make sure I say this, so I'm going to say it now. Pornography is never the issue. It's a symptom. There's things that people go through in life that drive us towards a substance, that drive us towards acting outside of our belief system or our morals or values. And for me, that was pornography. For you, it might be alcohol, drugs, prescription drugs, cutting, eating pie. I don't know. It could be anything. But for me, it was pornography. And I always felt like pornography itself was the issue. I never knew that there was things that I was going through that were driving me towards pornography. There was so much shame around viewing pornography, and I felt like I was awful, like I was living a lie, because I didn't tell anyone. Like I could never be real with people. I didn't tell anyone because I didn't feel safe talking to anyone. viewing pornography, I still feel like is something that's wrong, something that's outside of my value system. And I haven't looked at pornography since December of 2020. That feels like a long time. It is a long time. As long as I've been since I started, and I feel awesome. That makes me very excited, actually. But I felt like I was worthless. I didn't have value because I was looking at pornography. Everyone was telling me how awful it was, and they painted the picture of people that do that are evil. God doesn't love you. At least this is what I took from it. Like, God won't love you, and you can't change, and you're awful. And not having someone to talk to about these things was really hard. You know, and it's not like I was a bad person for looking at pornography. I was trying to survive. You know, I was trying to make it to the next day, the next week, the next month. And that was the best way I knew how, because I didn't have any other way to process things. God didn't love me any less because I was looking at pornography. God didn't think less of me for doing that. He doesn't discriminate or change how he feels about people just because of what they're doing. God will always love me. God will always love you. That took me a long time to realize, and God will forgive you. God forgave me, and it took me a long time to realize that he would do that. And I think part of that was because I didn't want to forgive myself. I had a hard time coming to terms with, like, I'm a good person. You know, Satan, I don't think he gets enough credit. Kind of odd saying that, but Satan's very good at what he does. He's very good at manipulating. He's very good at telling me that I'm worthless, that I'm a piece of trash, at making me feel like I can't change, which all those things are false. But I clung on to those things so hard for so many years. The truth is I can change. I have changed. I'm continuing to change. I hope that anyone else that is watching this or that will watch this in the future, give yourself some credit, because you're a good person. You are a son or daughter of God, and he loves you. And I hope you don't give room in your heart or soul or whatever you want to call it for self-hate. One shout out I wanted to give to someone who doesn't even know who I am. I started listening to a podcast by Matthias J. Barker. He's on YouTube and TikTok, and he's a therapist. He puts out some really good information. Honestly, I've really enjoyed listening to his work. But he has a podcast specifically on pornography, and I would suggest all you guys go find that. I'll try to share a link in the description below. And also, one thing I wanted to say as well is Fight the New Drug. They had some fast facts about pornography, and one of the things that they said was porn consumers tend to have some of the lowest reports of emotional and mental well-being. And for me, that's been completely true, because I'll go into more in that next video. But when I was viewing pornography actively, I felt like dog crap all the time. It was awful. I didn't like being me. I didn't like being around me, which made it very difficult because I can't leave me. And I always thought my pornography addiction didn't affect anything else. Like, it just stayed in its own box. I went there when I needed to be wrapped up in a blanket of comfort when I couldn't find it anywhere else. And it changed who I was as a person. It changed my relationship with my wife. I am not the same person that I was back then. And more patient, more kind and loving, more gentle. Like, I don't recognize the person that I was a year ago, 2 years ago. And I don't want to be that person again. Pornography affected everything in my life. Everything. And it affected everyone in my life as well. I hope those of you who are viewing pornography that you are able to realize for yourself that you need to change. You know, me telling you that you need to change, or that your life is going to be so much better when you work through it, that's not going to cause you to change. You have to want to change, and you have to go to a group. You have to find a group, go to a group that works for you, find a sponsor, work with people who know what they're doing, go to therapy. It's a lot. It's a lot to take on, but you are worth it because you're a son of God, because you're a daughter of God. You have value, and God loves you very much. You can change, and I want you guys to want it so much, but I can't make you want it. That's something you have to choose for yourself. If any of you have any questions, please reach out. I'm here for you. Hopefully you guys have a good week. If you would like to see a video about how pornography has affected me just throughout my life, outside of my mental state, comment down below. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. And we will talk. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.